Hey there, thanks for joining my channel Pilates Down Under. Well, here in Australia we do these 30-minute live classes that anyone and everyone can do. So this one's a full body mobility and core session. I'm here at Sky Fitness in Traralgon and I am telling you right now, grab that mat, roll it out as quick as you can because your time starts now. Sitting up nice, draw the belly button in, very nice and tall. I want you to walk forward into a quadraped. So from this position, we want to create really nice space between you and the mat. And we're going to start with scapular push-ups. So all I'm going to actually do is open up your shoulder blades and then bring them together. So we're protracting and retracting. So we lift, creating a nice arch in the thoracic area, and then closing your shoulder blades. So let's push away from the ground, neck is long, and we lower it down just one more time. Open up the shoulder blades and square it up so you're in a neutral position. So let's start getting warm. Hips and knees are in alignment. We're going to extend the left leg. Make sure the hips are square to the mat. Lengthen the neck. Push away from the ground so you're opening up your shoulder blades. When you're here, I want you to point. I want you to pretend someone's pulling you from your toes and someone's pulling you from the crown of your head. Now, if you can, and only if you feel comfortable, I want you to extend the opposite arm, opening up the fingers with the thumb facing the ceiling. We're reaching forward as someone's pulling us from our toes. Shoulders to ears. Pick up the belly, push away from the ground. You'll be really surprised how much heat this creates. So to lengthen, hips are square, push away from the ground, create that space between you and the mat. Pick up the shoulders, reach forward. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower that down. Well done. Reset. Extend the right leg out. Drop the hip down, make sure it's square. Push away from the ground and lengthen the neck. Now, extend the opposite arm. Let's reach that forward, pick up the leg. Point and reach. Someone's pulling you from your fingers, someone else is pulling you from your toes. Push away from the ground, lengthen the neck. We're only warming up here, pick up the belly. Hold it for 5. This is a sensational exercise for balance, core, and strength. So reach and lengthen, push away from the ground. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower that down and go into a shell stretch. So tap the fingers, almost like you're cupping something, head down, and then push your armpits down the ground so we're really opening up the scapula, the shoulder blades. Okay, from here, as your fingers are tented, I want you to create a nice big C curvature of the spine and then unravel yourself into a half plank. That's all I want you to do. Then tuck your chin in and go back into that shell. We're only going to do this one more time. So tuck the chin in, really create a nice big C curvature of the spine. Unravel yourself and hold that half plank. Now, if you feel comfortable here, we're going to do 2 push-ups in the tented position. Otherwise, you can lower your palms down onto the mat, but I'm going to give it a go this morning. So tenting, pick up the belly, lengthen the neck, and we're going to glide the elbows along the side of the ribs and pick it up, and then go back into the shell. Okay, only 2 more of these. So shoot it forward. Go down into your push-up, come back and push back. My microphone's lost here. And one more time. Shoot it forward. Nice push-up. Bring it back and into your shell stretch. Place your hands along the side. Tuck your head in, open up the shoulder blades and just hold it there for a second. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly unravel yourself. So let's get into core. So flip yourself over, feet flat, knees facing the ceiling, and I want you to slowly peel down. From here, I want you to plant both feet on the mat, and I want you not to push just from your heels or your toes, the continuation of the entire foot. Hands behind your head, and I want you to do some really basic curl-ups. So as you come up, you exhale, as you come down, you inhale. Again, draw that belly towards the spine. Chin off your chest. And try not to curl those elbows in. So let's go for 5 more. This is 4, 3, this is your 2, and I want you to hold it here for your last one. Now, if your stomach's starting to bulge, you know you're using the wrong muscles, you're using your superficial, so draw that belly button and really scoop the belly in. From here, I want you to twist, come back to the center, and twist. Now, if you can, keep your shoulder blades off the mat. If not, you can come down and twist. Come down and twist. Otherwise, keep your shoulder blades up. And we're only going to do 5 more. Let's go. This is 4, 3. I want you to twist more. 2 and 1. So the continuation of this, if you can, you're going to extend your arms over to the side, really creating that cross across the body. So let's lift. You can roll yourself down, or you can keep your shoulder blades off the mat. If you keep your shoulder blades off the mat, they need to be open. There should be no strain on the neck. Let's go for 4 more. 4. Let's go for 3. Let's twist more. 2 and 1. Bring it back into the center, lay it down. Pick both feet up off the mat. So you're in a tabletop position, and you know a true tabletop is when your hips and your knees are stacked. So we're going to curl up and we're going to hold it up here. Draw it in, hips are square, and we're going to extend the one leg out and bring it back into tabletop. Extend and bring it in. Let's go. Extend and bring it in. Now if your neck gets sore, lower it down. While we're after the full lengthening of the leg, we make sure we come back into that stacked position. Chest is open, chin is off the chest. So we're going to add on to this. So as it extends, I come down, I bring it up. Extend and come up. We're alternating, we're pointing more. Now if you feel comfortable, you can take that leg down a little bit more. Let's go for 5. Let's go for 4. Let's go for 3. Let's go for 2. And let's hold it here. Shoulder blades are up. I want you to extend both hands out in front, palms down, and start to move from the shoulders. So we're encouraging shoulder mobility here, but we're also reaching forward, scoop the belly, point the toes. Come up a little bit more if you can. Let's go for 5. Listen to the change. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, if you can diagonally extend, do so, and continue. If not, just stay with your tabletop. Let's go for 5. You've got this. 4, point more, lengthen more, come up more. 3, 2 more, 2 more, and 1. Hold it up here. Bring the both feet up to the ceiling, relax your shoulders, hands back behind your head. From here, we're going to lower one leg down and bring it back up nice and slowly. So we're starting to warm up the hips here. Extend the legs, relax your shoulders, lengthen the neck. Draw the belly button in. Anchor from the hips. Try to keep the legs up into that 12 o'clock position as you lower down to a 3 o'clock position. Let's go 2 more on each side. And yep, we're going to add on. Let's do one more, because it feels so good. Feel that as you lengthen it, your abs contract, and bring it back up. Now peel your shoulders off the mat if you can. Holding on to the back of one leg as you lower the other. Really pull that in as you really open up your shoulder blades. Point more, length more, really get the lengthening going. And from here, as you feel the stretch in the back of the legs, your hamstrings, I want you to control it and switch. And again, control and switch. Control and switch. Try to come up a little bit more. Like I said, If this is too difficult, place one hand behind the head or lower your head down. There's always variations. Let's go. Now we're going to add a bit of a variation to this one. We're going to tug it, pull it in twice. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's go. 1, 2. Let's go for 4. Get your shoulders up. 3, 2, 1. Well done. Both legs shoot up. Lower your head down onto the mat. Legs in tabletop. Push them out and make sure it's stacked. Hands out by your side like a big letter T. Anchor your shoulders, looking up to the ceiling. And I want you to slowly, with your knees stacked, lower it over to one side. We are not touching the ground and you're not rolling over with those knees. Bring it back to the center, so engaging your core, especially your obliques, and take it over to the other side. Excellent. Now again, bring it in, use all your strength. Back to 12 o'clock and then lower it down. We're going to add on to this exercise. It's a really nice spinal rotational stretch. Make sure the knees are stacked together like a Lego set, just lock them in. So bring it to the center. Lower it down, listen to the change. I want you to extend the leg at the bottom, the lower leg, and use that leg to hinge it up. Bring it back into tabletop. Lower it away from the center of your body. Extend the bottom leg and use that to hinge yourself up and bring it into tabletop. Let's do that one more time on each side. So let's lower it down, extend the bottom leg and lift. Last one. Back into tabletop. Make this your best one. Lower it down. Feel that stretch in the lower lumbar especially before you extend, and then engage your obliques to lift, 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 and back into tabletop. Okay, here we go. One hand on the knee, other one just above the ankle as you extend the opposite leg. Now this is a single knee stretch, so I want you to pull that in as tight as possible, and if you can, heel yourself up. Now start engaging that core. Really feel like your ribs are knitted together. And then take it over to the other side. Really pull it in, get the extension going. Let's go. Let's switch, pull it in. Switch, pull it in. Point more, bring that knee in further. Really hug it. Thighs to chest. Chin off your chest. Let's go for 5. Let's go for 4. You've got this. Let's go for 3. Let's go for 2. And the last one, and I want you to hold it here. I want you to extend that leg up one more time, so it's a nice big letter L. Place one hand on the outside of your ankle, and the other one on the outside of the thigh, and pull that across. Really get that really nice long lateral stretch. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Hand on the outside of the calf of the ankle, and then the thigh, and then twist. Hold it for 5. Really get that really nice lengthening stretch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the leg in. Hands behind the head. Let's get set for the next one. Shoulder blades off the mat and shoulder to knee. You know where I'm going with this one. So let's twist and point. We already did the pre-sequence to this one when our feet were on the ground. So all we're doing now is adding some balance and some more core strength. I want to ask you to twist a little bit more. I want you to point a little bit more, almost like you're poking the wall in front. Let's go for 5, twist more. Let's go for 4, make sure your abs are flat. Twist, I think that's 3. Again, I think this is 2. And hold it here, hold it for 5. Hold it for 4, hold it for 3, hold it for 2. Bring both knees in and give yourself a hug. Lower your head down if you like. So now we're going to place our feet on the mat and I'm going to do something called curl-ups. Now these are pretty much like 30% more effective than crunches. So I want your hands over your head. I want you to bring those hands over your head and you're looking at your fingers. As your head pulls up, your shoulder blades peel up and you roll up nice and slowly. Now if you're struggling with the roll up, roll down, place your hands underneath your thighs and do the same thing. So you can bring your hands under the thighs and pull yourself up. Otherwise, hands in front, over, and really use your core to hinge yourself up. So let's go, we're only going to do 5 of these. So let's go 5 and really add that stretch forward. Use your spine as a guide to how you want to get up. So I want every bone to peel off the mat before every bone hits the mat. Okay, I think that's 2. Let's go for 3 more. Reach it forward. Again, try not to pull up from your neck. Use your hands as a guide. Use your core to hinge you up. Okay, let's do 2 more. I've lost count. Let's go. 1. And 2. Peel it up. While we're here and your spine is stacked, I'm actually going to reposition yourself and extend your legs out in front. Okay? So give yourself a bit of a stretch. Try to get your chest as close to your thighs as possible. Really lengthen the lower back. Kind of de-stress that. And stack your spine up. Arms in front. Really balance on your glutes or your sit bones. I'm going to actually grow nice and tall, draw the belly button and chin up. And we're going to hinge back. But as we hinge back, I'm going to take one arm out, just roll it out, and then come back up and stack again. So we hinge back with that nice straight back as far as we can. Then we take it over, glide it behind, bring it together, and then stack up, okay? And we're going to add on to this. So grow nice and tall. Hinge it back, grow tall. Now release one hand, follow the hand around, come back, and stack up. From here, I want you to reach forward. Then reset. Glide it back, hands go behind. Reach, come up, stack, and then lengthen it forward. Again, restack. Glide that hand like it's gliding through butter. Bring it back up. Reach it forward. I want you to see if you can come down a little bit more. Stack, come down, then glide. Reach it forward. Stack, come down. One more time on each side. So stack more, hinge more, reach more, come back. Stack up and reach. Last one. Stack, hinge it back, glide it back, bring it in, and stack. Okay, we're going to add a bit of a modification here. I want you to stack, but instead of hinging back straight, we're going to slowly curl it, really tapping the pelvis. Come down to maybe your lower back, and then come back up. Okay? You can do this with your legs bent as well if you find it easier. But personally, I find the extension of the legs anchoring more will be a little bit more beneficial. So peel it down, really hinge it, and then come up. Only 2 more. Really curl that spine. Get that C curvature going. And reach up. Last one, I want you to hold it there. So hold it there. Get down, draw the belly in, reach forward, chin up. Hold it for 5. Hold it for 4, hold it for 3, hold it for 2, hold it for 1, and then come up, well done. Fingertips facing your bottom. And let's de-stress anything that would have felt a little bit uncomfortable then. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, really arch the back. Straighten the arms slightly. Doesn't matter if there's a little bit of a micro bend. And then come back. And one more time. Now this time, while you're in this position and you've really opened up the chest, I want you to pick up the hips. So we're in a reverse plank now. Really push away from the ground. Open up the fingers, point the toes, and you're trying to come up into that perfect diagonal. Hold it for 5, you're not going to be here for too long. 4, 3, 2, and then lower it down, well done. Okay, we're going to cross the legs over, go back into that quadraped position. We'll give our abs a bit of a rest and our wrists a bit of a workout. So in this quadraped, I want you to push away from the ground as you did earlier with our warm-up. Open up those fingers and make sure the knees and hips are stacked. I want you to extend the left leg. And as that's extended, I want you to drop that hip and I just want you to create really small circles on the wall opposite. So really create really tiny circles. We call these circumduction when you can create circles. So you're connecting all the dots, flexion, extension, abduction and adduction. And then we're going to go over to the opposite direction. Now with Pilates, everything really is focused on a smooth, strong movement. So nothing should be moving but that hip socket. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push away from the ground. Now let's create that opposite arm, opposite leg. Lift the leg, reach the hands forward, push away from the ground, shoulder to ear. From here, I want you to take your arms and legs out to a diagonal and then bring it back into the center. So this is your abduction, adduction movement. Let's go, we're only going to do 2 more. Let's go 2, it's the slightest movement. And this is 1. I want you to hold this diagonal. So now instead of reaching forward, we're reaching in a diagonal, each corner of the room. So hold it for 5, pick up the belly, push away from the ground, create the space between you and the mat. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in and lower it down. Well done. Okay, again, let's push away from the ground. Extend the right leg. Create those circles from the hip. Create the space between you and the mat. Let's lengthen the neck. You're working from the hip. We want perfect circles. I'm not after egg shape, oblongs. It's a circle. Let's move from the hip and make it nice and smooth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go in the opposite direction. Push away from the ground. Pick up the belly. Pick up that belly. Draw it towards your spine. It makes you stronger. Let's go for 5. You've got this. 4, 3, 2, and hold it up there. Let's pick up the opposite arm. Wear those shoulders like earrings. Thumbs facing the ceiling. Get nice and strong, pick up the belly. I know this can be difficult. And I want you to take it out to the side, the distance of your mat, and then bring it back in. So work your adduction and abduction. Let's go. Let's go for 4. You've got this. 3, push away from the ground. 2, pick up your belly. And 1, hold it here and hold that perfect diagonal. You're pulling, pushing, lifting, extending to each corner of the room. Get nice and strong. Hold it for 5, hold it for 4, hold it for 3. Let's go for 2, 1. Bring it to the center and fold it down. Back into your shoulder stretch for where we started. So let's push those armpits down the ground. Temp the fingers if you like. And just lengthen. Here we go. So I'm going to walk our hands towards our knees. We're going to curl our toes under. So we're back to where we started with the toe stretch. This time I want you to peel your knees off the mat. Now if this is where you stay, it's pretty good. If you'd like to challenge yourself, place your hands on your thighs and then literally velcro your chest away from your thighs. So we're back in that nice perch position where we started, when we spoke about chin up, drawing the belly button in, blowing into that balloon to create that nice tall posture, drawing the abs in. Shoulders go up, back and glide. Hold it here for 5. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, let's see if we can add on. Hands out to the side. Regulars, you know what we're doing here. I want you to slowly lift off your heels a fraction. Just want to create that heat in the quads, strength in your core, height with your posture. Hold it for 5, hold it for 4, hold it for 3, then lower it down. Let's go up a little bit more. Get your balance, draw it in, grow tall, knees in front, wedge it away, and come up a little bit more. That's it. You got this. Hold it for 5. Hold it for 4, come up high on your toes. Let's go for 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. From here comes your challenge. Hands out to the side, and I want you to lower your knees onto the mat without touching the ground. So you would actually have to hinge your body back, lower your knees down nice and slowly. And there we are, back into this position. Okay, to wrap it up, walk it forward. And we can do this. Palms down on the mat. I'm going to ask you to give me 1 push-up. You might actually have to walk it forward, maybe a nice diagonal probably is a bit better. We're going to unravel our toes. We're going to do 1 tricep push-up. And then pull it back. Extend 1 leg out. You'll do 1 tricep push-up. Push it back. And shoot that leg out. 1 tricep push-up. Bring the leg back in. Then shoot it out. Now, as you get better with this, glide forward. So extend that leg out, pick up the belly, glide, come back into your shell. We've got 2 more. Shoot it out, glide it forward, push it back, bring it in, bring it out. Remember, glide those elbows along the ribs. Last one on this leg. Shoot it back, glide it down, pick it up, and hold your shell. Hold that for 5, all done. 4, 3, 2, walk your hands forward. Let's curl those toes under. This is the last one. Hands on the thighs, wedge them away. This one I want you to open up your hips. Okay, we did circles, so I know you can open them up nice and wide. Grow tall with this one. Open it, hold it for 5, hold it for 4, hold it for 3. Hands on your thighs as you come up ever so slightly. Okay, and what you'll find is your heels will touch, and we're only coming up a fraction. Hold it for 5, hold it for 4, hold it for 3, hold it for 2, bring it down. Hands on the mat, glide it down, unravel the toes. Now you can go into a child's pose. Really extend, lengthen the back. Push those armpits down to the ground. And walk it forward while your legs are open. Cross your legs behind in a seated position. Grow nice and tall, palm to palm, really lengthen the spine. Make sure your sit bones are nice and even. From here, take your right hand down and reach over to one side. So what we're aiming is for a lateral stretch. Bring the elbows down, really lengthen it. Really stretch the lats. Open up the ribs. And if you can, open up the chest. That's it. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And instead of coming straight up, what we're going to do is we're going to scoop it forward, lower the other elbow down, and take it over to a lat stretch. Really lengthen it. Open up the chest. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scoop it down. Come back to the center. Palm to palm, palm to heart. And then we're going to do a really small spinal twist. around to the opposite direction, really pushing the palms together. Bring it to the center, tuck your toes under, and peel your knees up, tuck your chest to your thighs. So now I want them fully velcroed, and I slowly want you to peel up, trying to keep your chest to your thighs, coming up nice and tall.